Good morning, everyone. I'm honored to be here and speaking in front of you. And yeah, uh, I came to chess because of my sister, and it's kind of a coincidence. It was not planned at all. Um, my sister was playing chess at home, and I used to go and disturb her. And my parents bought me a chessboard, and yeah, I used to draw in them, and then slowly I got interested in it, and like around the age of 4, my parents took me to a chess coach, and I would sit there for half an hour just playing some games, and I wouldn't sit more than that because yeah, that's too much for me already. But yeah, and then it slowly started to get to me, and I was getting addicted to it. Yeah, in a way.
Very, very beautifully put. So we will be asking the next couple of questions around chess, but there is always something hidden behind whatever we are hearing from this prodigy here. So just make sure that you are able to catch it, even if I'm not able to. Uh, how do you prepare for every game and each opponent?
Yeah, I think usually the games begin at 3 p.m. in the afternoon and finish around 8. And the pairing for the next round we'll know by 10 p.m., let's say. So we have the whole day to prepare for a specific opponent. And usually what I do is try to look at their previous games and yeah, find what's their strengths and weaknesses and try to target it. And I think that's kind of crucial, where we go and where he feels comfortable or where we feel comfortable. Um I mean, where he feels uncomfortable. And I try to target it. And in that way, I choose what I start with my openings. And I discuss it with my coach. And yeah, we take a decision on how to approach the game.
So we just spoke about various opponents, and they're coming in from different states, countries, nationalities, right? Now, there is a lot of differences in food, in terms of languages, ethnicity. What is that one common feature that you find amongst that group of sportsmen that you play with?
I think I think the passion for the sport is common, and uh, yeah, earlier I don't talk with them like usually with other country players, but nowadays I've begun to do that, and now I can understand their culture, their views, um, their language, get to know them better, and I think it's also curious for me to like to know how they see it, and it's a very interesting thing, and I'm also learning in process of that. Um, I think technically in chess as well, but in general other things as well. So I think like if I wasn't in chess, I would probably be giving my 12th exams. So I'm very fortunate to be in this field and to travel and explore everything.
So, does that mean you feel this world of sport? Do you think it really brings people together?
Yeah, definitely. I think uh, sports is like a common feature in all the countries, irrespective of language, uh, the geographical location, and many things. It's just a common thing, and common rules and things like that. So it can definitely it can um, take it to many people, and it can bring many people inside. So it's a very nice thing. Um, I think it brings like all the like whole world to one place. Yeah.
Wonderful. We just heard Gayatri ji, citing some experiences of hers where she talked about how opponents came about to, or competitors came about to actually help during this entire process of where you all meet and play, compete, and one person wins. Is there any such anecdote in your experiences where you've actually found your opponents come in, help, or you have done the same?
Yeah, there are many instances. I think we are all very friendly in nature, and I remember one instance is very recently. I played a last tournament in Sharjah, and I was winning a game, and then I blundered and lost the game, and immediately my opponent apologized and said, you know, like sorry for it, and I think that moment, I was upset, but I could, I could be calm. Like anyway, I wouldn't do much, but suddenly my mind was just calm. So I mean, I think such small things are like important, and like I think that's what it means. The world is one family, and I think many such instances has happened. I mean, suddenly nothing comes to my mind, but this was one of the examples that happened very recently to me.
Sure, sure. I think I'm just at a loss of words sometimes when people narrate such experiences. Yesterday we had earth revering traditions where people were talking about lived experiences, and I used to think it's just restricted to things like art, culture, literature, traditions. But here we have someone narrating and actually exposing the fact that it is the same even in other sub-themes like sports. So it's something that we see as a very common thread running. So if there is something that you would have to give as a single message to all of us here in how we can possibly use this platform of sport to unite people and bring about the world into one family.
Yeah, sorry, to continuing the previous question, there was Chess Olympiad here, and we could see many volunteers who were themselves coming up to, to be part of the Olympiad, to do the service. And I think I think they also were showing showing that world is one family. I think showing their positivities, and I think, as I said, like such instances are very important. And yeah, coming to your question, yeah, I haven't had so many experiences. I can give any advice, but yeah, I think what I would think is like we should, I think, promote all the sports. It's just not one sport, and maybe just get all the sports. And we have like a lot of talent in our country, and for sure we'll get at least one superstar in all the sports. So that would be kind of my general thing. I mean, just getting to know all the sports and the achievers in our country from different sports. There are hundreds of sports, so I think that way we can inspire many people to go for various sports.
Wonderful.